Hi friends, welcome to my show Learning from Life Experiences. And today we are going to learn from the life of a great and renowned educationist. We have an educationist who has more than 20 years of experience. She is an expert in language training. She is the expert who trains the students in for IELTS preparation, for TOEFL preparation, and for CELPIP preparations. And she always helps the students to realize their dreams of going abroad. She has helped many aspirants to fulfill their dreams. She is the resource person for CBSE, ICSE, and other regional boards. She conducts lots of workshops for the teachers, for the principals, for the parents, and for the students. Yes, my dear viewers, today we have Mrs. Archana with us. Let's welcome Mrs. Archana with a big round of applause. How are you, Mrs. Archana?
I'm good. Thank you so much, Dr. Sadia, for that wonderful introduction. And I'm glad to be on the show with you.
Welcome to the show, and we are so happy and fortunate to have you today. Mrs. Archana, so many tasks, so many platforms, like so many, I must say that you are doing so many things. How could you manage this? You are a trainer, you are an educationist, you are preparing for the English accent, you are preparing for the children to go abroad, how to go abroad. How do you manage?
So I'm a freelancer, and that's the advantage of being a freelancer. You get to pick and choose your working hours and what you want to do. So I do all of these assignments on a freelance basis, be it as a resource person, the trainings, the corporate training, or my preparation of students for the higher studies going abroad. So all of these I manage based on my convenience as I'm a freelancer. I'm not hooked to any one organization. That allows me the flexibility, Doctor.
Thank you very much. So Mrs. Archana is a trainer or an educationist? Which role do you prefer?
Both. I'm both. I started my career as an educationist. I started off my career as a Sanskrit lecturer for a junior college, and then slowly I cleared both my masters in English and Sanskrit, and that is when I realized that no, I also want to venture into the English field. I started taking up training assignments and doing voice and accent, communication skills, soft skills. That's how it went. And for Sanskrit, I do trainings online in the virtual world. Most of my students of Sanskrit are from abroad. So that's how I'm both into English and Sanskrit.
It's so nice to hear, like you are in English and then you are in Sanskrit, and both the languages have their own beauties. Mrs. Archana, please just let me know whether going into the educational field was your choice or by chance you just entered in this field.
Speaking the truth, it was accidental, but I fell in love with it once I entered the field, and I've never looked back. In fact, in the very initial years, I tried my hand at going into a regular 9-to-5 job, but I realized that no, I cannot stay long without talking. I need to be on the other side of the table. I cannot sit in one place and obey orders. I need to be in the position where I am spreading knowledge. And so I again came back to education field.
So you unleashed a born leader inside you, who is not there to follow the people, but who is there to lead the people and show them the path. That's really very nice. So, Mrs. Archana, how was your childhood, and where did you study? And some sweet memories I want to know about your childhood.
Okay, I was born and brought up in Hyderabad, and my education also has been in Hyderabad. I was in a CBSE school, and that gave us an edge of, having competency in both of these languages, I must say. And we are Kannadigas basically, but when we moved to Hyderabad, and that is, we were born and brought up there, dad and mom moved there. Unfortunately, we didn't pick up the vernacular language as children, and we were forced to speak in either English or Hindi because there was no other language of communication. This is what we learned in school. But I later realized that that was all advantageous as it panned out into a career option for me. And as a child, I was a tomboy. I never thought I would be a teacher. I was always aspiring to be a doctor. That was my goal. Unfortunately, things didn't shape up that way, and I couldn't get into the medical field. But I indulged in my passion of getting into the medical field by being a trainer for medical English. So English is not only taught as a communicative language, but English also has a technical angle to it. So I started teaching students of medical transcription and medical scribing, wherein I had to undergo the LOM, that's the language of medicine training. So I am privy to all of this knowledge of the diseases that afflict the human body, the anatomy, and how to come to a diagnosis, what are the procedures and cures. So I just love that job as well, because it helps me indulge in my passion of being a medical professional.
So nice. If you have a passion, the entire universe helps you to reach to that passion. So you had passion for medical, and here I must add on that you wanted to be a doctor. Doctor is going to only just heal the body, but here you are healing the souls, and you are dealing with so many students whom you are giving a life, a new life, to go and to fulfill their dreams, and then to follow their passion. So I think it's a very noble job, whatever you are doing. So Mrs. Archana, I am very much like fascinated towards your journey of life, and meanwhile I am learning a lot from your journey. See, now this COVID-19 has affected everyone, and everyone is in a way complaining or grumbling about this, and especially after health, it's education that has been affected by this. How you look at this pandemic, and how was your training assignments, whether it was affected by this COVID, or there was no effect on your assignments?
That's a very nice question, Dr. Sadia, because undoubtedly COVID has changed the way of life, and education also has been impacted. But I must say, it has not affected me in the least, because I've been in the virtual world for the past 10 years now, and my virtual trainings have started from that phase. So the transition was a cakewalk for me. Yes, undoubtedly, nothing is going to come back to the normal, and it has actually given us new avenues of exploring the education. So now educators also realize that this is not the only way that you can go ahead. You have other options as well. So I think the new normal would be both physical and virtual trainings, and a hybrid of both, wherein the teacher is doing physical classes and also a recording is being streamed throughout the globe. So the possibilities are numerous.
That's really great. I think that if somebody's loss is somebody's gain. So here, I think the IT industry has flourished during this pandemic, we must say, along with the medical industry. Now, please just let me know that everybody always appreciates the past. And the people say that my past was very charming, and there were so many things I used to do, but now in present, they are not very happy. So how Mrs. Archana is looking at the past, and whether your past was beautiful, or present is beautiful, or your future is going to be more beautiful?
Dr. Sadia, I have a very different perspective here. I believe you need to live in the present. Okay, the past is over. It's never going to come back. It's like a flowing river. The water once flown will never come back. You're not going to touch the same water ever again, even if the river keeps flowing. Same way, the future is uncertain, but present is what you have now and what you can make of yourself. So I believe living in the present is most important. Undoubtedly, every phase of life, past, present, or future, will have its own share of happiness and joy. But we need to adapt and change or perish. That's what I believe.
Yes, thank you very much. And that's what I also believe, that if you are not enjoying the journey, you cannot enjoy the destination. So whatever is passing day by day, each and every moment, we have to just enjoy each and every moment. Now, being a lady, do you think that ever you have faced any problem in achieving your goals, and then or reaching to this place where you are? Being a woman, I must say, because in India at times we feel that the women are not very secure, their safety issues are there, and there are some places where discrimination is practiced. So do you ever have you ever felt like this in your lifetime?
Unfortunate, but this is a true scenario, Dr. Sadia, that even in the 21st century, women face discrimination based on gender, based on many other aspects, because we come from a very conservative background. The Indian background is like that. But luckily for me, I have never ever faced this discrimination. As a child, I was a tomboy. And I always, my mom always used to say, come on, Archana, you're a girl. You ought to behave like a girl. What do you mean? I'm a girl. I need to behave like a girl. Because I was always found hanging on trees, never on the ground. Because I loved these things. I was always on trees. I never walked on the ground. So mommy used to say, if she's not there, she must be sitting somewhere on the guava tree or on the mango tree. Just see, she'll be up somewhere there. So he used to say that these are all things that boys do. You shouldn't. So I always used to argue with her, why? I have 2 hands and 2 legs just like the boys do. I can climb. What's wrong? So that was how it always went. And dad was always supportive. We are 4 siblings, 3 sisters and 1 brother. And so dad never discriminated. Neither did mom for that matter, but she was very fearful, like you said, of the conservative mentality as to, oh my God, look at this girl, she's a tomboy. How would she fit into a household? But then, yes, as I grew up and the maturity set in, things change. I learned to be ladylike, is what I must say. But at heart, I'm still a tomboy. That's a secret.
So what about your family, present family? How supportive are they? You like your... So my dear viewers, she was Mrs. Archana, uh, who was just telling us about her life story and how happy she was. And she was a tomboy in her childhood, but gradually she realized that she also has to behave like a woman. So anyway, women have come a long way, and we all have passed through that phase, but we all have achieved our goals. And we are in a country where we have iron ladies, where we have the ladies who have climbed Everest, we have the ladies who have reached to the highest place in the science, in all other fields. So I think that if ladies have courage and if they have passion, then certainly they are going to achieve their goals. So with this, I come to the end of my today's show. If you want to contact Mrs. Archana, you please write in the comment box. And if you like this episode, kindly like it and share with your friends and comment in the comment box. And thank you very much for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.